All right, Yon World, we back with another one. Check this out. Today on my channel, we got a very special video. We got the development team from SHIBDUTY live AMA, first live AMA on Yon World, man. Make sure y'all leave a like, comment, share this video. If y'all have any questions for the development team, make sure you put them in the live chat. It's a live AMA. We about to go over a new crypto project, right? It was released April 2nd, excuse me. April 2nd, right? But we got the development team here. We're gonna ask them some questions. We got Teddy, right? And we're gonna hop straight into it, man. We're gonna hop straight into it. So, Teddy, how long have you been in crypto and what motivated you to start this project, SHIBDUTY?
Yeah, man. So, first and foremost, like I said, Jan, I'm thank you, for having us up here. The first of many, video AMAs that you guys are gonna, see us on, and be in front of. But as for my experience in the crypto space, man, I've been in crypto. I haven't been in crypto that long, but the thing about me is that when I get involved in something, I go all in.
Okay.
So when I had got exposed, I heard about crypto, in the past, before, but the only things I heard about crypto was like, negative things about it. Certain people use crypto to do, negative things. So I wasn't involved with it. But last year in January, the beginning of last year, that's when I had started to invest and to start trading. So when I started to trade a little bit more, I started to do like bank tradings and things like that with Forex. That's how I was exposed to it. And that trading group that I was in, they started to talk about crypto. So when I got exposed to crypto, man, it was just like, it was like food. It was like new food. It was new taste. So I was just devouring it. I was, constant up all night watching YouTube videos, just consuming myself. This was last year around January. I had ended up buying, Dogecoin, and I ended up buying Shiba Inu, pretty early. And, once I seen a few $100s, turn to over, six figures, man, that's when I knew like, okay, like this is where I need to be at. This is where my focus needs to be. But like I said, I was new. So I made a lot of money, my first year. And then it all, kind of went down. Reason being is because I was new. I got involved into, when I first started investing, I was investing into your Cardanos, Ethereum, XRP, things like that, looking for, other not talked about, projects that I could potentially get gains on. But when I had bought Shiba Inu and then I had bought Kishu and I bought those coins and literally turning $500 to 60 grand, $300 to 70 grand, before the huge pump happened, I was stuck. I was stuck on these meme coins. So, I made a lot of money at first, and then the market, everybody knows what happened to Shib. The first dip, that dip happened. And then after that dip, man, that was like I said, it was my first time. I took that money and I went to go into the Degen space with no guidance, so I had no guidance in the Degen space. I didn't know about Telegram groups. I didn't have anything, it was just me. And I learned the hard way, but with my hard work that I always had, a lot of people, invited me to their groups, invited me to their private groups and things like that. So I started to get a real understanding of how things work. I was still knocking my head, I was still hitting the wall. I was still running into those bad plays and things like that. But it was just a constant, every day I woke up, I'm right back into it. Every day I woke up, I'm right back into it. Even if I was down to my last, I'll go out, because I'm a contract. Well, I still have my painting company, but I do crypto full time. I still have, my business. Previously I was full time, a contractor. I'll finish a project, I'll finish a job, and then it all goes straight back into crypto, trying to get it back and, make it back. And, I learned a lot. I had some very successful wins. I paper hand, some very successful projects. And I also got exposed to a lot of the bad sides and a lot of the bad developers, so that was the main reason why I got behind and started my own project. It came to a point where literally Me and Louis, we had a relationship since November of last year. And then me and him, we had like a very strong personal relationship, like FaceTiming every single day since January of this year. So we've been game planning, for a while, just being on the phone with each other, being in the space with each other, me working with other projects, him being in the backgrounds with me, him on other projects, me in the background. And, that was just our relationship. We came up with this idea like months ago, but we never really just brought it to life because we were still tied up with working and helping push other projects or aping into these other coins that,
Right.
were just in the way. And, I got fed up. I literally had got fed up one day. And actually we had launched April 1st was our launch day. I was fed up that night. I called Louis and I said, no, man, I'm done. I'm not going to continue to do things the way we're doing it. We have the knowledge, we have the experience, we have the connections, we have the work ethic. It's time. It's time for us to just do it. We're not going to wait. We're going to do it. We're going to have this project that needs to be in the space. And but yeah, that's the reason why we had launched this, man. It was a matter of just understanding your worth, understanding your quality, understanding what you're able to do, and just doing it. Just putting your foot down and just getting it started. And that's what we did.
Yeah, that's good, man. Anything you want to say, Louis, about your start in crypto and what led you to this point? Your mic is muted.
All right. That's why you couldn't hear me. Okay, so for me, crypto, I've been in crypto a really long time. 2012, 2013. A majority of the people that, I've been friends with, since 10, 15, 20 years, they're a couple years older than me. So, their minds, at that time were in different places, which led me to being exposed to crypto because, they're older folks and they're working on different things. They have business agendas and, crypto was something that, the adults were really learning first. The adoption, for people of younger age didn't really happen at first. It was a lot of businessmen. It was a lot of tech companies. It was a lot of, just businessmen. So I was in Bitcoin kind of. I wasn't one of those people fortunate enough to make super millions off of it, but being exposed to it, a couple of us had some Bitcoin laying around. So that was good. We never ended up touching it, and then, one day you come back to your wallet and you're like, oh my God, I got money in it. So, since then I've been in crypto, and the serious adoption for me was, 2017, 2018,
Yeah.
Playing on Robinhood, getting in Dogecoin, playing on Coinbase and investing into some of the stocks that are now worth quite a bit of value, high, billion market caps. And they weren't that when 2017, 2018, there's a lot of people that, know that.
Yeah.
So then, 2019, 2020, 21, Safe Moon, Shiba, and, there's a lot of projects that came out that everyone's familiar with because they went up to hundreds of millions of dollars within days. So, there's a lot of projects. I'm not going to, name any of them specifically, but that I was in and a lot of people I know were in. So I've been in this space dabbling for 10 years. And, through that process, you hit bigger on some projects than others. And, it really keeps you in the space because the connections you make with the people. Our other partner isn't actually on this live broadcast. He's head of public relations. He's talking to somebody right now, really big. We have a phone call tomorrow morning, me, Teddy, and our partner Jacob, with a basically celebrity. Who we have a personal relationship with for something else that Jacob and him had going on. So we're really connected in the space. I also ran projects like Teddy was saying. We've been the project lead for projects. There's people who know me. I was doxed in the other project. I've been doxed pretty much the whole time I've been in the developing space. There wasn't really anything that, people couldn't ask me, or if they wanted to know, they couldn't see. And, I had a Twitter with all my info on there. People were reaching out to me. So yeah, like I've been in the space for a while, I've been in crypto for a while, and me and Teddy's relationship, for the last year, it's been a crazy ride. A lot of ups, a lot of downs, but that's what we all expect, and you got to be able to hold the downs to see the ups. So
Yep.
patience in this game is really how you win. And that's what SHIBDUTY is about. I specifically put in the Discord, it's not in the Telegram, because we have multiple sources of communication. There's a welcome message that says buy what you can afford to hold long term. Don't ape your life savings. And people come into the chat, and this happened yesterday, and someone was like, I'm buying just because you told me not to ape in here. I'm buying because that's the type of developer I want to see, that you're not just trying to take our money. You don't just want us to throw everything in there. You have a goal, a vision, and you're going to pursue that goal and vision. And you want people who are going to be there long term, who are going to ride with you through that whole entire process. So, that's a little bit about me, about crypto, and about, my outlook on the project for you guys.
Yeah, that was one of my next questions. What, in your words, what does SHIBDUTY represent? Like, what would you say this project represents, in this cryptocurrency space?
I'll take this one. So me and Teddy had this conversation, and on our page, our first website, I don't think it's on the second website. Maybe I'll add that in there, but something it said was, a dog meme coin to keep dog memes strong. And the reason that we had that is because there was so many projects coming out, hybrids, apes, cheeses. There was all these different coins coming out. And, the original OGs, the people that been here since, Shiba, Doge, and they all caught things like Satama and, the other big Floki and stuff like that. So
yeah,
that's where we were our happiest. That's when scams were the less, scams weren't happening as much. There wasn't as many rug pulls. There were still developers learning, but there wasn't as many bad developers in the space that were just coming to take your money. And, that's when a lot of the crypto space was the healthiest. So we wanted to revert back to that, keeping the dog meme strong, and, having that same agenda to have a big community, a strong community, and, go back to the roots. That's what it is for me. And I'm sure, Teddy can add to that and say, there's a few things that he thinks that it also stands for. But, these things that we come together as a collective and think of it is the full value of the project. So, if Teddy want to add.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. What I want to add to that, man, and, it's a word that kind of really doesn't go hand to hand too often, but it's a fair situation. The reason why I say that is because, a lot of projects, man, are like manipulated, with just inside trading, like Louis was saying, a lot of tax grabs, only the people who knew about it at the very beginning, that, a week ago before the pump, those are the only ones who are like really, in profit, things like that. So, this project isn't that. We didn't come into this project and have the mentality of, okay, we're just going to dump all of our money and all of our marketing money to pump the project, just so the early investors, make all the money and then dump. That's not this situation. This situation is a true startup that's going to transition into a legit company working with other legit companies in the space. So this is, to me, this is the opportunity for everyone to be able to get clear information, clear transparency, be able to sleep on your investment and not feel as if it's going to go to zero or, a huge fluctuation. The key word is it's an investment. For me, it's long term. Because the utility, our end goal utility, is not an overnight thing. It's not something that you would just go get a WordPress for, or you just pay somebody online and whip it up for you very, very quickly. That's not what we're building. Like I explained to you before crypto, I was a business owner with my contracting company. That's my mentality, is all about building something real, building something legit, building something firm, building real connections and relations that you're going to have for multiple years. Like Louis explained, he still has the same connections with the same people he bought Bitcoin with when Bitcoin, was rare, was cheap.
Wasn't a dollar. It wasn't even a dollar.
Right. So, and that's why, people who attend our AMAs and who have been in our voice chat, who's been in our community, they all know I start off my, my voice chat every single day saying the same thing about how I'm grateful to have Louis as a partner, with me this time, because in any business, you're not going to do anything correctly or successful just by yourself. You need support, you need help, you need employees, you need partnerships, you need all of those things for it to be successful. And for me to have a partner like Louis, his passion is an exact mirror of mine. His work ethic is an exact mirror of mine. If I'm sleeping, he's up. If he's sleeping, I'm up. When we get on the phone, we're such alphas, we're going back and forth, but we have that business mentality to understand that, hey, we need to make sure we hear each other and execute whatever the conversation and the topic is about. I've seen, I've been in projects where the head guys are arguing, the head holders are disagreeing, and they're tearing apart, the community from the inside. All of those things play a big, factor for success, and for me to have the partner that I have, for me to have the team that I have, it's literally, a blessing, it's a blessing, man. So I'm thankful for that. Give me 1 minute, guys. Sorry about that.
Now, what would y'all say is the main utility for SHIBDUTY? Like, what's the main utility for this project?
It's going to be the game. The game is the final end goal utility. The game, I'm sure you have other questions that you're probably going to ask me about, what we're doing. So I'll save some of that stuff, but the main final utility will be the game. We have a tier system in place for everything that we're doing. As far as staking rewards, it's supposed to be a fair distribution. So it's set up in a way that, everybody in one bracket earns the same amount. And I did this to protect against someone trying to grab, 5% of the supply and earn more rewards by staking than, the top 10 people. So it's a fair distribution tier system. It has an NFT utility that is going to stack on top of the staking rewards. And all these things are already in talk, the game, the NFT, we're already talking to the studio. I'm talking to the guy who's going to, the NFT guy, plus the marketing and promotion. Like, we're, very set in that aspect as far as the development for the project.
Okay. And can you list 3 different features about this project, like things that you would say that makes this project different from other crypto projects, or that will make it last longer?
Yeah, the game is going to be significant. I'm in talk with a game developer from a really big studio, and he's basically my mirror for my development ideas for the game. And I've been talking to him, and he thinks that, the underlying value of this project is huge. He thinks that the vision that we have, if we execute correctly, which is, one of my biggest, most, the most important thing for us is the execution, is making sure that we deliver it how it needs to be delivered, and then that it's fully developed and it satisfies the community. But he thinks it's, could be a huge project. And it's a community based RPG game. It's going to have a community inside of the community, and we want to build a depository. The depository is going to be a place where other cryptocurrencies can deposit, liquidity and tokens into the pool and have a play to earn feature through our play to earn game, and also contribute and play with their own clans and community inside of the game, which will be hosting monthly tournaments. That's the plan. So its uniqueness is bringing everybody together. And, on top of that, it's great rewards. There's something I'm implementing in the game called the Medal of Valor. It's going to be for the top players of SOD, and it's not just for SHIBDUTY holders. If you're from any other community and you have a team and you're a top player, you will earn extra rewards through the game. So there's a few things that are unique about it, and there's other developments that are going to come from this through the process of actually creating everything. So being right now, I'm in the process of developing everything and laying out something called, a pitch deck. For people who don't know what that is, it's basically a presentation about the full idea and development of the game. And I'm excited about it. I don't want to speak too much on it, and these are basic things that are released to the public. This is information that you guys all have access to. So I'm not speaking in super detail. I've already revealed these things to the community, and I have the white paper coming for the community with an overlay, but I also will have another white paper that is specifically for the game. So those are things they can look forward to, that explain the uniqueness of everything and every corner and aspect and different reward that you can gain.
Okay.
And I wanted to add to that question too, Yon. To add about what will make this project different. Let alone the utility, the actual utility, that we plan to spend our money towards. What I always wanted to have, with projects that I ran, even Shiba Inu, or you can name a couple other successful projects that are out right now. You were never able to talk with the owner. It's a couple projects that went that route, and we know the success that they had, but it's so many situations where you're not able to talk to the head guy, to the owner. And I always wanted to build a community where people can come talk to each other, talk with the owners, just come and feel like this is a second home. I'm thankful because I naturally, I'm a genuine person. So naturally that happens, when I talk with people. But now I have full control that not only am I going to be able to talk with you and we can build and we can laugh. Like last night in our voice chat, we had our first Twitter Spaces yesterday. And then what we're going to do, we're going to have our voice chat open in the evening time just for community camaraderie, or if anybody missed our AMAs to come and ask us questions. Man, last night it was like we were hanging out. It was like a place for people. It's a place for people to come to when, if you're not the type of person that go to the club on the weekends, or if you are by yourself and you probably just watch Netflix or things like that, like you can come to our chat and you can hang out with us. We're playing music, we had trivia, we got people, we're giving away $50 rewards and things like that, just for people to answer questions. That's something that we're going to constantly do, in our community, while we grow. And like I said, what's going to be the difference is going to be us actually producing, man, like us really delivering everything that we're doing in this project, guys. And even the people who are extremely savvy with the Etherscan, you can see everything that we're doing, and everything is deliberately being done so we can come back and do everything that we have to do for the project. Like I said at the very beginning, my only focus for being a developer and for being an owner is to be able to produce and to do all the things that I'm saying, and that's going to be the difference, with our project and the other projects who are doing, what we just said. They're at extremely high market caps, high market caps. So just understand, man, we're not here to play around. We're not here to just get a couple dollars and then, run away. No, we're here to build a real foundation. And I believe in a few months from now, we're gonna have a very strong name in this space, after this project. So that's why we're here, man.
Yeah, that sounds good. That really sounds good. Now, SHIBDUTY is currently sitting at 1.6 million in market capital. It got 249 holders and 84,000 in liquidity. Excuse me. How do you plan on keeping the liquidity stable for this project? Are y'all planning on doing any burns, any buybacks for this token?
Yeah, I'm constantly doing buybacks. I'm not going to reveal the amount of burn tokens that we have set aside, because that's the kind of thing, people, they ask you when you're going to burn the token, when you're going to do this. So they can see it. They can see that I've spent about 10 Ethereum you know, plus, and I've also added liquidity, and there will be more liquidity added to the project as the project grows, because, you know, like you said, you need to be able to sustain the chart. So those are things that I, you know, I usually worry about. And we get it done. Honestly, we're in a very good position. Like I was telling people in the AMA yesterday, we have almost 4 or 5 developers in this project, you know, backing us, aside from me and Teddy. And these guys, like I said, some of these guys we work with, some of these guys we ran multi-million-dollar projects with, some of these guys, you know, we were their project lead. So not only do we understand the developer side, we also handled all the marketing and, you know, bringing the community together and rallying the community. So like we have a variety of skill sets between me and Teddy that, you know, they bridge every gap. You know, there's nothing that me and Teddy have had any problems with. So, you know, I have people asking me on a constant basis, how we're going to be able to fund this or how we're going to be able to fund that. From the conversations I had with the developers, the gaming studio, plus, you know, the NFT conversations and everything, you know, that all brings money, generates money. But, you know, I'm sitting at a comfortable point, you know, even after the conversation about the gaming studio and developing the game, like I'm comfortable. Like I'm not worried about us being able to pay for it. We have backing, we have holders, you know, we got different communities supporting us. And, you know, all those things are going to contribute to us being able to give you guys what we say. And we're also going to be putting our, you know, all into it. So you can expect that also, you know.
Okay. That's great. That's great. Now, was the SHIBDUTY contract audited? Was this contract audited?
No, we have not ran the audit on the contract, but I did submit my KYC through Surtech for you know, my KYC. So I was waiting for the KYC to come, you know, because I want them to know, okay, I'm a real person. I verified my identity. I got my KYC. I already did it through Surtech. Now I can talk to Surtech about getting the contract audited and what I need to do to make this project as safe as possible for everybody. And, you know, we're going to get to those things. I've done that for the last project. Our last project, I'm not going to say, you know, the developer or anything, but our last project, our contract is audited through Surtech and we have almost an 100% score. So with those things, we have experience. Like I said, me and Teddy have a variety of skills and experience that just bridge almost every gap. And that's why, you know, like he said, like we're going back and forth, you know, we bring a lot of consumers to this project between me and Teddy, going back and forth, talking to this person, getting on call. You know, I get in group chats with 5-10 people, and these are people who they're not investing just because it's about money. They're investing because innovation. They're investing because the creativity and the vision that we have and the dedication that we have. So, you know, people are really buying into this project right now because they believe in us. They believe in that our vision is clear and that we're going to continue to push and make sure that we succeed. You know, we're not trying, we're doing, you know, and if we fail, we'll always get back up and try again, you know. So it's not right. Yeah, like, you know.
Hey, no, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good.
Hey, but look, he gets to going too, Yon.
Yeah, no, I get going, and I'll talk this whole time. Like I will talk for an hour straight. He knows, and I don't want to do that this time. So I've been trying to sit a little quieter than usual.
Okay, so y'all know this crypto space, a lot of coins come out, right? A lot of coins come out. People have short attention spans. How do you? Sorry about that. What do you plan on doing to increase the demand for this project?
I'll go ahead and start off. Like I said, because like you know, I had invited you to our alpha room. I had mentioned this morning. You know, we're going to make sure that every day we have something. You know, if it's not bringing on another influencer, if it's not us doing a video AMA, we're going to have something. You know, if it's down to a simple giveaway for the community. You know, because like you said, you know, people have short attention spans in this space, like no other. You know, it's 10 projects that comes out. You know, 10 probably 5 good projects, you know, that come out every day, you know, for people to make gains on. So that's you know, especially if you look at our launch, you're going to see that. You're going to see like that, this sell pressure. You're like, oh, why you see all this sell pressure at the beginning? Well, because people were impatient, you know, and they were chasing this coin, they were chasing that coin, they were chasing this coin instead of just waiting. you know, on a real situation. And this is still extremely early, you know, on everything that we have, you know, in store and everything that we have lined up. But like you said, you know, what will we do, you know, for our community to not, you know, get impatient is that daily engagement. You know, like I said, that transparency, being able to talk to, you know, the owners, being able to talk to the people who are in control of the project. You know, we're here to listen to you. We're here to take suggestions. We're going to provide that space, that environment, you know, that fun environment for people to just hang out at. You know, like we said, giveaways, constant different phone calls that we're having. This type of project with what we have in store, you know, it's going to be constant updates for people to be excited for. I don't know about, you know, everybody else, man, but to really be able to say that you were a part of a real game. I know that the NFT space, you know, use that word and wash that down with water.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
everybody has a game, but no, we can't reveal the studios that we're talking with, but when we're talking about spending X amount of money on a game, you know, you're about to develop a real game, you know, and to really understand that you're a part of that, you know, real investors we want to attract. You know, we don't want to attract day traders. We don't want to attract those moon boys who, you know, who like, oh man, let me put my 200 on this so I could get 20,000 real quick or 15,000 in 2 days. No, you know, we want to attract people. Even if you're putting your $200 on this, we want you to understand that, hey, you know, this is an investment. You know, it's also going to be an opportunity for you to earn passive income once our staking is live. You know, utilize your money with intelligence. You know, don't get into crypto like how we all probably have and get caught up in the FOMO, get caught up in the hype, and then
The
you're
learning
turning
experience.
Exactly, and then you're turning crypto into a casino. You know, even though you can and you can still win like that, that's not how you win with longevity. That's how you go broke, you know, especially if you don't have millions of dollars to move around with that, you know. So, you know, we want everybody to understand that. You know, I said that this morning, man. I said, hey guys, instead of you buying that new Elon Musk, you know, the next Elon Musk tweet coin, put some more money onto a real investment, you know, because that's what we're building, man. Like I continue to say, this isn't just for us to get marketing taxes. This isn't a situation for us to, oh, let's hype it up so we could just get a bunch of money. No, all the money that we're going to make in this project is going to get dumped back into the project. So then we can become $1 billion company,
And given to the
multi-$100
holders.
million company. You know, that's how you do things the right way. And you know, a lot of people don't have the patience for that. A lot of people don't know how to sacrifice for that because it takes sacrifice, you know. You know, you're not going to be able to do certain things that you want to do. You're going to have the discipline to look at, you know, $500,000 and do the right thing with it, you know. And a lot of people have to, you know, don't have that, you know, in them. But that's why we're here. You know, we're here to show people that you can do it the right way. And when you do, we actually had an investor come onto our voice chat. I think it was day 2, and he said that, you know, and that was only at 500K market cap. He was like, man, you guys are showing me that I don't have to do it the way that everybody else is doing it to be successful. You know, I try to run a project and, you know, I try to pay all these callers and things like that, you know, just for people not to hold and just for the project not to work out. But you guys are showing me that I don't have to do it like that. You know, like it can be successful doing it a different way, you know, and that's where we're going to continue to do, you know. Like I said earlier, man, like right now we're considered underdogs, man. You know, we're considered the underdog. You know, we don't have all the huge names, you know, and all those things like that, you know, calling our project right now. You know, we're guys, we're not even on CG and Coin Market Cap yet, you know. So like so many people, you know, are, you know, looking past what we're doing. Oh no, they don't know what they're doing. They don't know how hard it is, guys. You don't know who you're talking to. You know, you don't know how hard I work. You don't know how much passion and how many hours. You don't understand. And I'm here to really show every single last one of you guys, you know, how hard I really work and how serious I am, especially when I have control of the situation. So yeah, man, we're underdogs right now, but I absolutely love that. You know, every single day I wake up with the chip on my shoulder and with a point to prove. Every single time I go into my Telegram, we get on our voice chats every single day, man. And it's going to be like that until the game is completely finished. I'm going to have the same exact attitude no matter where I go, you know, until this is at its end goal. And the end goal isn't a market cap. You know, a lot of devs put a number on where we're headed. The end goal is not a number for the market cap. The end goal is the utility being completed. That's the end goal for our project.
Reaching the end of the roadmap, you know.
Yeah, it sounds good. Y'all sound very determined to make this happen. And I know y'all said you the underdog now, but the way you moving, you can take over the space if you docs, if y'all create successful projects and they become known and they know y'all face in this space, you can really make waves. And one of the next questions I wanted to ask is, I've seen a lot of different projects migrate to other blockchains and they get successful like that. Is that something that y'all planning to do, like migrate to other blockchains? I know y'all currently on the Ethereum mainnet. Do y'all plan on going anywhere else?
Yes, I have that on the roadmap. At one point in time, it's very deep in the roadmap. It's one of the last things on the roadmap. And the reason for that is because we're not bridging to, you know, just get in BNB and have investors throwing money into the project so, you know, we can make more profit off of that or anything. The bridge is actually going to be used for the depository. So I'm hoping that we can stretch over to the BNB territory with our project and have people enter our depository for the game. So I want BNB people to be able to play. It's a big network. Like I said, I know you caught it, Safe Moon. I was a Safe Moon guy. Me and my friend Jacob, you know, we met a lot of people through Safe Moon kind of early in it. So, you know, I was in BNB at one point. I had BNB. So, you know, I met some community members. I respect their communities, you know, the ones that do thrive, the ones that do really push and support their, you know, because BNB is very volatile. There's a lot of scams on BNB because the fees are very cheap. It's easy to launch the project. But like I said, like I want to be able to expand, and I hope, you know, we can stretch that bridge into Matic or, you know, one of the Chronos or one of these other blockchains as well. But like I said, that these things take time, and you know, the depository system when you're expanding, to go over a couple situations, it's happened to other people when they bridged over. The person that they had bridge over their currency had a code in the contract. Some people know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to say no names, but there was a code in the contract when the bridge reached over that it was breached, and a bunch of people lost money. So these things have to be done perfectly, and you have to make sure the people you're dealing with you can trust, and the codes that you're writing are checked ahead of time, and that, you know, we're not just putting these things out after having somebody write the contract and just, you know, based off trust. So, you know, some of the things that the community can expect is that the things we do through ourselves are also vetted by other people. They're also, you know, going to be those contracts for the bridges. They're going to be vetted by audits. They're going to be vetted by other developers. You know, the team's going to look at it. It's going to be multiple people approving, you know, us being ready to push something like that, because the last thing we want is to, you know, jeopardize the project or jeopardize anybody's money by making a simple mistake like that, because that at some point in time, it's the end of our roadmap. We could be very high market cap. It could cost a lot of people a lot of money, and we don't want that. So if that answers everything.
Okay, that was a good answer. That was a good answer. I didn't know all of that. But are you guys planning on getting listed on any centralized exchanges?
All right, I'll talk about this too. So on the roadmap, we have some centralized exchanges up there, some little, you know, not the bigger exchanges up there right now. You know, we were giving them some options and stuff. But my main concern about these exchanges, and I think it's very important I say this because I think a lot of people are being misled, and I don't want that to happen anymore, because it's happened to me. I've seen projects, oh, they list on this, and you think, you know, this project's going to blow up because they're listing on central exchanges and they're spending money on this. But those liquidity pools have nothing to do with Uniswap. So you get different prices, you drive your consumers to a different app, and you're not really bringing them directly to your project. So if the community wants to get a CEX, I'd be, all for it when, game development is complete and, things like that. But we're not going to go throw $100,000 at something that's not even going to support our chart. That's $100,000 that we could support you guys. What do you want more? Because it doesn't drive up the value of the coin that much. It brings attention. People say, oh, it's on a CEX, it should be safe, buy it on Uniswap. But those things, I've been in projects where those things have done absolutely nothing. I actually seen people list on CEXs and the value of their Uniswap liquidity pool crashes. And the reason why is because they all transfer to the app, and then the app is selling it for a different price if it's higher or lower, and the liquidity pool is different and they're paying less taxes. So you lose your taxes, you lose the support from the, some of the community. It damages your project, and developers make it seem like it's this great thing. And it's not. A lot of your favorite coins that are listed on bigger apps like Coinbase and, things, Robinhood, whatever it is, they have huge funding. It's built on money. A lot of the coins eventually get bridged to USDC. So you can expect a big coin like that to succeed in that type of situation, but you can't expect something in the 100 mil market cap to be able to split their whole entire community into different CEXs and expect us to still thrive on Uniswap when that's all you guys really want, because that's the main location. That's the hub for everything. So I just wanted to say that because I think about that all the time. I've paid me and my partner for the last project $300,000-$400,000, and for what? Those things didn't help us sustain the chart. Those things didn't help us keep our community in a good place. We could have used that money to keep us in high multi-million-dollar market caps to help, support some of the whales that eventually sell, and things like that. But we didn't have that money there because you guys are asking for certain things that cost hundreds of thousands of dollars that we don't really need. And, I'm glad I got the opportunity to say this out loud for everybody to hear this, and that people can, take this information and run it through the computer and see that what I'm saying is the truth. So, yeah.
Oh, that was a great answer, Louis. I think I even seen, I don't know if it was Satama or it was one of the coins last year. They did close to 100 million. They wasn't even listed on a centralized exchange yet. So it was like, just for you to say that, like, that is, it was so much smarter. Like, it was just a very smart answer. So,
thank you. And I just want to, emphasize, the key point where he says, spending $100,000 for a centralized exchange versus spending $100,000 on our game development. Which one do you think is more important, guys?
Right. You got to use that money right and put it back into the project, back into the community. It'll come back more, and like Louis said, it's like all we really care about is Uniswap for real. I mean, the majority of people in the DeFi space, centralized exchanges are cool, don't get me wrong, but the average person is still learning Uniswap. So it's like focus on that. But I like that. Do you have any NFTs? I know we talked about them. If so, what are the utilities behind your NFTs? Can y'all go over that?
Okay, so we had artists make some NFTs. We had some samples, but that's not going to pass. So, like I said before, we had the conversation with the people that I'm in contact now. I'm in contact with some, really good guys, very important in the space. The NFTs are going to get redeveloped because I wasn't happy with the art from the first person, but I'm going with the new artist. And I looked at the artwork. I don't even think I showed Teddy the artwork yet because I was doing so many things, and then we had to get on here. I have, sample art of, options that I have, and I, made my decision on, what artists that I like, and we're moving in that stage of development for the NFTs right now. So the utility for that is this tier system you're looking at. You see this tier system? All right, bronze, silver, gold. That applies to everything. There's a bronze, silver, gold tier for the NFT, and there's a bronze, silver, gold bracket for staking your tokens for Ethereum. These things are going to stack. And like I was explaining to you earlier about the Medal of Valor, the Medal of Valor is also going to be an NFT that we're trying to make it that it automatically moves around. It connects to the top 50 holders of SOD, because in the game, we're most likely going to be connecting our wallet if we're playing to earn, you know? So if you're in them top slots, those NFTs are automatically going to go to you, and you're going to earn more playing the game on top of the rewards that you're already earning. And like I said, this is a fair distribution system. So it's not like the top person is actually earning more than anyone else in the gold tier. So you have to really work for that extra to earn more than everyone else, which is being top tier in the game. So that's something to give initiative for people to play the game, because it's extra. You know, if 2% of $1 billion is a lot of money rewarded to the community. You know, if you do the percentages of volume and over time, how much money goes through a project, you know, you're going to earn a lot if you're gold tier and you have a gold tier NFT and you have a Medal of Valor, because we're one of the top players in the game. So it's giving initiative for the game.
Okay. I like that. I like that a lot. Now, y'all know crypto projects, they be here today, going tomorrow. Would you consider SHIBDUTY a long-term project or a short-term project?
Long term, baby. We want SHIBDUTY to be. I've explained this to another one of our holders. I want to be able to sell SHIBDUTY as a company for multi-millions of dollars, you know, to another company. You know, I want to be able to sell our product, our game, you know, for multi-millions of dollars. You know, so this is the very beginning of what we truly, you know, have in store for what we both want to have, you know, for SHIBDUTY. So it's extremely early, you know, it's long term. It's definitely long term. Nothing short. You know, I'm 6'4", so it's nothing short over here. No, but you know, no, but it's definitely, you know, a long-term project.
Okay. Now, we both look familiar, sound familiar. Have y'all been a part of any other successful projects? Y'all don't have to name anything, but you know, just for the community, they like to know things like that. Have y'all been a part of any other projects that did numbers? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I can speak for myself personally. Now, would I say it was end goal successful? At the end goal, no, it wasn't successful. Was for a short term holder, yeah, you know, it was successful for a short term holder, but for serious investors, it wasn't successful. You know, and that's the reason why I started my own project, because I'm a long term type of person. You know, when I get involved into something, I kind of marry it. You know, I get extremely attached to it. I'm a very passionate person, so you know, I don't really work well with, you know, okay, I got to move over here now. We got to move over here. I know I just spent, you know, hours and hours and hours of my time, of my time, you know, on this project, or my energy, you know, talking with individual people of this project, you know. So, you know, I previously worked, you know, I was hired to work for other projects. But like I said, would I call it successful for the long-term investors? No, because the way that it ended out, you know, at the end goal. The reason why I'm not, you know, currently working there anymore. For short-term investors, yeah, people made money in the short term, but that's not what I want, you know, as a developer in the crypto space. I don't want short-term projects. You know, I understand, guys. I completely get it. I understand where people are making their money. I understand how you make your money, you know, with the short terms. That's not what I want. I don't want that. If I'm going to be fully behind something, you know, that's why I created my own project that I'm fully doxed on, that I can completely control and own. I want to be here for the long term, you know, because I truly know that the long-term projects, the multi-million-dollar cap projects, not just for a week, no, like that's there for multiple months. Those are the projects, guys, that everybody remembers, you know. And like I said, you know, my end goal for SHIBDUTY is to be able to take this company, you know, to another company and be able to sell it for multi-millions of dollars. So we're here.
Yeah, man, sounds good. Y'all really sound professional. You know, base devs, a lot of good comments from the community. Normally I do my lives for about an hour. If it was anything else y'all wanted to touch on or share with the community about SHIBDUTY, just for everybody watching this video, all of the information is in the description, the contract address, the website, the Telegram. Y'all can check out the description to this video if y'all interested in buying this project after hearing everything that the development team has to offer, right? You see the chart right now. The chart is moving. And if it's anything else y'all have to say, you know, just the last, you know, wrap up 10 minutes with the community about this project, SHIBDUTY, what they can expect, you know, in the short term.
I would say, you know, be prepared for our NFTs. You know, staking going live. I'm excited for that. I'm ready to stake all my SOD, earn rewards. But guys, stand by and really, really be prepared for these NFTs, man, because the people that we're working with, top tier. You know, we're not about to pump out some NFTs that we're not about to, you know, everything that we do when it comes to our main utility, we're working with the best of the best, you know. So even if things take time, it's going to be worth it, you know. So definitely, guys, you know, stay tuned for the NFTs, man. Like Louis just said, he has to show me some artwork for it. But I know personally, you know, the guy who we are talking to, the money that we're spending, you know, but the guy that we're talking to, you know, that's making the NFTs, man, top tier, you know, top tier. So I'm looking forward for them bad boys to sell out immediately, you know, once they're ready. So, you know, look forward to the NFTs for SHIBDUTY, and then just being involved with us, guys. You know, this is a lot of people, man. You know, I talked to personally, you know, with previous projects that I've been in, and they can vouch for me, man. You know, when you come into our community. One of our investors, he said, "Man, that last project I was in was the only time I felt like home for a long time when I would come to that project." You know, it's so many people. Everybody isn't as privileged as the next person, man. You know, everybody doesn't come from the same situation, man. You never know what the other person is dealing with in his household or in his lifestyle, you know, in general, and how impactful an AMA or how impactful 10 minutes of a phone call can really, you know, impact, you know, each individual person. And, you know, that's what we're going to have here, man, every single day. You know, a lot of people pick on me, you know, I've been like this my entire life, man. You know, people, man, every single, you know, any different types of work, you know, the military, sports, you know, anything, man. I've always been that huge-hearted person, you know. I gotta take it for granted, you know, by being huge-hearted, and I had to learn, you know, how to you know, differentiate and how to move, you know, without, you know, in the world. But my heart never changed, you know, and it's not going to change, you know. I know how to, you know, differentiate and see who's trying to manipulate and take advantage versus the people who actually genuinely, you know, need, you know, a caring person. And that's just me, man. And I'm always going to be like that. You know, my name's Teddy. Ever since elementary school, girls been calling me a teddy bear. So that ain't never changed. You know, I'm a big-hearted person, man. And I'm always going to be like that, you know.
Yeah, man. That's solid, man. Y'all definitely sound solid. Great team. Any last words for you, Louis?
Yeah, I was just gonna say it was nice to officially meet you, especially meeting you live on this platform.
Yeah.
You know, I know you from around. I see you, and you know, I watch your videos. I also know you through, you know, Teddy, and he always brings you up, you know. And when he brought you up this time, I was like, yeah, you should do that. We should talk to him because we have to keep working with good people and bring good people into our circle, and that's what's going to make a successful project is bringing great minds together. And we didn't just want to do this interview with anybody because not everybody deserves it, but you sure do. You know, I've seen you in the space, and I know that I know when something's genuine, and you know, you could just tell, you know, you came prepared, you got questions, you know, this platform means a lot to you. And you make sure that you're just as professional as we are. And, you know, I respect that. I respect you. Grateful to be on this live. It's great to meet my community. Hi, everybody. You know, And like Teddy said, my name's Lewis. You know, I'm from New York, so everybody do their SHIB duty, SOD. You know, that's it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no, I really appreciate y'all for reaching out to me. Very professional. Y'all said a lot of great information. This will be a great playback. You see, as y'all can see, a lot of people are interested. A lot of people are buying, and you know, I'm in, and I hope we can really make this something big, man. I hope we can continue. You know, y'all got my support. I'm gonna always talk about it when I go live and make sure I mention y'all and see what's up with SHIBDUTY. So
Yes, thank you, man. And that's like I say to like our marketing team early on, you know, really our marketing team and the other like advisors that we have. Man, that's my only focus. You know, my only focus is to continue to be seen, you know, in front of people, to be heard, you know, and to deliver, you know, because I don't. It's about having real support, man. You know, having real support, people who are really here for the next 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, not 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. No, people who are really here for months. We're gonna be changing seasons together, you know. So I appreciate you, man.
October. Everybody get ready for October. They want to know how long this process. Everybody be ready for October because that's the time all the coins go up. So just be prepared for us. Be prepared for us.
All-time high.
Yeah, let's do it. But no, so yeah, that's our video for the day. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Once again, if y'all interested in buying SHIBDUTY, make sure you check out all of the links in the description. Join the Telegram. You can buy this right now on Uniswap. The contract address will be in the description, along with the chart. It's your boy Yon World. I appreciate everybody for watching and tuning in. We're signing out. Peace.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, man.